One of the most amazing concepts that I've learned, and I learned this from Alex Hormozi, has completely changed the way I look at business. Because I always remember people talking about how much marketing are you spending, how much marketing, and they always said spend about $1,500 to $2,000 tops. And that didn't make sense because it was like, if you're an office that's making $100,000, why would you spend the same marketing as an office making $20,000? And the way that he explained it is, when you start off in practice, like I did, I had a lot of time and very little money. So what do you do in this situation? You can't go out and put a ton of money into marketing. What you have is time. So that's when you go into the street and you use your time. Like you use that sweat equity. But if you have, which is my situation right now, more money and less time, this is when you need to really fine tune your marketing. It's funny because Dr. Torrey, when he knew that I was seeing 100 new patients a month, he was like, you don't need marketing anymore. When he knew the volume of patients that I was seeing, he was like, you don't need marketing anymore. From this point on, you don't do marketing. But the way that Alex Hormozi explained it is CAC, the cost to acquire a customer. So when I started looking into this and actually keeping my stats, I saw that the cost to acquire a customer was right around $64 to $69 depending on the month. But my new patient special is $79. So why would it matter how much money I spend on marketing? I'm blessed that my CAC is so low. Now let's say your CAC is above what you're charging for your new patient special. Let's say you're doing a $21 new patient special and your CAC is $90. Now you have to be more precise with your marketing. You want to see the amount you're making, so what your gross income is, and 10% of your gross income is the amount of money that you put into marketing. Because that's telling you that you're getting the ROI, the return on your investment, that you need in order to be able to see the results of your marketing. The best way to have this is to be able to charge your new patient special the exact same amount that your cost to acquire customer is. This lets you know how much money you can pour into marketing. So right now, we're at $10,000 into marketing. We're spending $10,000 into marketing. And everybody's like, oh, this is so crazy. Why would you ever spend $10,000 into marketing? Because I want to completely dominate my community. Like, I want to be the chiropractor that everybody talks about. I want to become a local celebrity. I want that whenever I walk into a supermarket, people know who I am. And this happens on a daily basis. Like, I can't go to a restaurant without somebody recognizing me as the chiropractor. So when you create your P&L sheet, so your bookkeeper makes a P&L sheet and you have everything itemized, you look right across where it says marketing, and your marketing budget should be 10% of your gross. But in my situation, where my CAC is below my new patient special, why would you not invest more money into it? Like, we're thinking about doubling or even tripling the amount of money that we're putting into this machine. Because if I had a machine that I put $60 in and I get $90 out, how much money would you put into that machine? Because that's exactly what's happening. I'm putting $60 in to get this customer to walk into my office. They're paying me $79. And then my conversion, meaning that the amount of people that end up signing up for care, is 92 to 95%. So this doesn't even take into account the LTV, which is lifetime value of that client. This is simply taking into account the new patient special. This is taking into account, like, let's say they didn't sign up for anything. I'm still not losing money by seeing this patient. And then everybody always talks about, don't waste time on brokies. Like, these leads are bad leads. Or, I don't view anybody as a bad lead. Like, I've heard so many people say that if somebody's here for that free thing or somebody's here just to try it out, that you should send them the other way. That is not how I do things. Like, I could never imagine somebody telling me that don't waste time on brokies when I was that brokey. Like, I've had people come in who work at Walmart sign up for a decompression plan. This happens all the time. Like, what we're taking from everything that we've learned about CAC is that I'm gonna keep doubling my ad spend. I'm gonna keep doubling my ad spend until that CAC raises above my new patient special. So you monitor that number and you keep increasing that ad spend until that number increases. And now the cost to acquire the customer is the same as the amount that they're paying you when they walk in. What does it mean when that CAC begins to increase? It means that your ads aren't functioning the way they should be. This is because you're not putting enough creatives out there. So Alex Hormozi says that we should be putting a new video up every day. And I thought he was talking about social media. No, he's talking about ads. So he wants me to create a new ad every day. And then he has the kaleidoscope and all that, and we could go into that at another time. But you have to be creating new ads so that your ads don't fatigue. So especially in a local market, you cannot run the same ad. And I see this all the time because they pop up on my Instagram. And you got all these chiropractors that are just putting a generic picture up, and they don't even change the picture. It's the same generic picture with a $47 new patient special, and they're wondering why they struggle to get patients through the door. Like, what you can do is make a video. Then you can remake that same video using the same exact words, but it's gonna have a different creative and a different location, and it's gonna attract new eyeballs so that the ad doesn't fatigue at a fast rate. So what we're doing is we're creating ads every single day. And then we're monitoring how those ads perform so that we can put more money into the ones that are performing well, and we can take the ones that aren't performing well and remove them. And then once we know which ad is performing well, we know what type of ads to make. Because obviously these people like this ad, so we're gonna make more of this ad. This is all the information that you need to go into marketing. Yes, the intro matters, the hook matters, the body matters, the CTA matters, all this stuff matters. But at the end of the day, if you're not putting enough money into it for it to actually be seen, then it doesn't matter.